Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Philip Archer. What's up, Philip?
Morning, people.
What's up, Charlie?
Hey, guys.
What's up, Hayden?
Crikey.
What's up, Billy?
I don't have the coronavirus, and I'm happy.
What's up, Matt Rose?
Oh, I'm happy too. Reverse the polarity of this neutron.
Demonetization. What's up, Chris?
I am actually one of the incarnations of the Doctor that he didn't know about.
But I'm also an incarnation of the Doctor he didn't know about.
Thank God. I thought he was going to say I actually have the coronavirus.
I was glad that we got to see every single race in existence represented by regeneration.
I know, that was very woke of Chris Chibnall.
And it was amazing how a woman child and a woman built the whole Gallifreyan civilization. Yeah.
The Shabogans. Love that.
Right.
Joe, what's
and
with
it was
your
amazing
video?
seeing Section 31. I'm sorry.
Demonetized.
The directive. Oh, yeah.
Joe.
Division? What was it? Division?
The division. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what's going to happen next year? Coming soon from BBC Productions, the Cyberlords musical, where they go on tour being the Cyberlords.
I'd buy a ticket.
In case you missed Real Whovians Cast 1771, I'm going to say that I don't believe any of this shit with the Timeless Child, that it's a doctor at all. It does not.
What is happening?
Right. But I thought it was an excellent episode. So we're going to get Hayden's opinion of the episode because we didn't get Hayden.
Hayden.
What's going on? I'm so happy to be here. I feel like everyone's just waiting for me to go bunter all the time on these things.
You saw the episode, though.
As I said, I love the idea the Doctor's a timeless child. Because
Yay!
Woo!
It seriously puts the Who back in Doctor Who. And
There you go.
For so
I like
many
that.
years,
I like that.
Moffat tried to answer every freaking question about the Doctor, like literally putting Clara there the moment he left Gallifrey.
Who are you?
Like, how much significance could the guy's name freaking have to burn a city to the ground? It's a name. Like, there's no way it could do that much damage. But
It's Ruth.
If the Doctor actually was the timeless child, this being that had the power to literally renew itself for eternity, that this race actually stole its power from because it was so unusual and they couldn't find the origin of it. That to me is so much more interesting than this name having this meaning. Like, if the question of Doctor Who is the question of who is the timeless child, where did this thing come from? I think that's very interesting. And like the Morbius Doctors being canon, I think that's great because to me it's like who has Doctor been in the past?
That's what I just said to Philip a few minutes ago.
So now technically we have Philip Hinchcliffe now. His Doctor is now official.
That's awesome.
It is.
Right.
I just think like the universe and time itself, it's so exponentially huge. Like it makes sense that the Doctor was probably waddling around time after time in the past. And
time after time.
However, there are issues with the time stream and whatnot. But again, if we actually just get into the episode itself, like Sacha Dhawan as the Master is fantastic. Probably like my favorite Master in a long time.
Oh, he was more menacing in this than Spyfall.
But let's get back to the companions. They are boring as batshit, man. Like, anytime they're on screen, I turn off or I go on my phone. Like, nothing's happening. It's so boring.
Yeah, I like them. I like the companions themselves, but it's like, give them something to do.
The only likable one is Graham.
Yeah, I think Yaz is kind of just, I could fall asleep. Ryan's just generic. I can fire a gun, but I'm not.
Right, can we just ditch them two now and just keep it as the Doctor and Graham show?
I always thought that was going to happen originally, but it turns out no. But look, I'm assuming they're going to go find Captain Jack and be like a mini Torchwood in the special and try to break the Doctor out of prison.
Yeah,
probably.
You're right.
Or Jack's in the prison and it's prison break.
Oh no! Now you hear about those legendary prison showers with the Jadoon, don't you?
Hey,
Is that why they got horny?
Hey!
My biggest question after the episode was, I spent 30 minutes watching this subplot about this guy called Brendan, and they never addressed it again. What the hell was that?
It never really existed. It was just old
It was-
bull crap
it
according to
was,
the Matrix.
Yeah, it was like a glitch in the Matrix.
It was
Yeah,
That-
the Matrix was basically to show the timeless child bit, but it glitched and
Yeah.
created the Ireland story.
Right.
Yeah, but even still,
That
what
wasn't
was the
real.
island story? The island story must have some reference.
It wasn't real. It was never
No,
on
no,
Earth. It was
no.
just-
It was the timeless child story, but it got it wrong, so that's what the Doctor has those memories.
And I stand
Okay.
by that the master with Siberium is the hybrid.
I like that. That's what I said yesterday or 2 days ago on the cast. I said the hybrid's going to be addressed with the two master races.
I mean,
thank
I'm not-
Thank God that humans aren't like they did.
I'm not crazy about the master getting the Venom symbiote. I'm sorry. I mean the Cyberilium thing.
Oh, here we go.
Venom.
Just kicking it in
I
the
mean,
teeth.
The master
you know.
has
No,
a
no, no,
Venom.
no. Now, can we just say that this episode had 2 doctors, 1 master, Jadoon, Cybermen, and a boatload of companions, and everyone loved the side load more than the main companions again.
Yeah.
I saw people crying when Ian McElhenney
Yeah, but
Koshama
isn't
died.
it still telling that Sasha One still outshone Jodie's doctor in the story? It's just no matter what she tries, she's always outshone. Like anybody else in
I
the
thought she
story.
did excellent in this episode.
Well, she didn't really do anything. What did she do? She spent
She's
half the time
perfect.
asleep.
She figured
She's
out
been
how.
Yeah, but
I
she
thought
spent
she was
half the time asleep.
Can I-
Yeah, go on.
Can I just say, this show made me love Sacha Dhawan because I hated him in Iron Fist. He was the villain in Iron Fist, and he was so
Yeah.
boring.
Hey, I'm really excited for the next series now, just seeing where they take it, because I'm telling you what, after the Battle of Rance, Core, Abeloth, Absorber,
But
I
the
did not
Battle of
wanna
the
watch another
Absorber-Loft,
episode.
I don't remember that one.
That was shocking. But there's another question. Was that woman who found the timeless child, is that supposed to be the Doctor's mother from the end of time?
Adopted.
Mother, yeah. It could be. It could well be.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's so big in Gallifrey. How come we only know of? We never heard of her, the adopted mother. Like she's the one that set up the whole Gallifreyan society.
Maybe they
But
kept
yet
it
has
undercover
a
with.
secret society because she's going to let her kid go against the rules of regeneration and keep regenerating. So like
Maybe when
I don't know.
they set up the Celestial Intervention Agency, they kept it under wraps.
Section 31.
Yeah, Section
Speaking
31. That's all it was. They kept it all on the wraps and kept it secret.
speaking of regeneration,
Yeah.
Joe, earlier today you posted a video and you said something like, "Oh, since when did you spin the wheel?" And then, "Oh, the doctor's an Asian." Since when? I'm like, isn't every time you regenerate spinning the wheel though?
Well, we got to see everything. We got
Yeah.
to see an Asian doctor. We got to see all different races on that table.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
this is
this is
before
before you even saw the episode.
Yeah, but the only disappointing thing is it's debunked that there was now a ginger doctor.
yes.
Another thing, though, because you always talk about that regeneration rule of 13 regenerations. It always seemed like such an arbitrary number, like why 13? It's so weird. I'm assuming that at some point it became a population control rule that they put on Time Lords, like to control population, and the Doctor just happened to get involved with it.
Yeah,
I
but
do want to know, though. Yeah.
in certain books, they say that as you regenerate each time, it degrades every.
No, that's what Neil Gaiman said.
Well,
That's what Neil Gaiman. That's a lie.
Does the Doctor have unlimited regenerations?
Yeah.
Apparently
That was
so.
an excellent
Yeah.
question. Yeah.
Because that means like the Time Lords were just like faking it in the time of the Doctor.
Yes, yes.
But that was so stupid where she literally screams into the crack, "Please help him. Please send him some energy," and they just shoot this energy through the bloody
They're like,
ceiling.
"Shit, we got to keep
What
up the
they
lie."
probably- You know what? What they probably did then when they sent that through the crack, they unlocked his ability to endlessly regenerate. That's what I think they done.
He probably
It
put a
was
lock
the
on it like many
That's
years ago.
okay.
So basically, it was the chastity belt of the Doctor, really, and then they just
Oh my
unlocked
God,
it.
man! Oh my
Boy,
God.
man, I don't know where your head
Yeah,
is.
did
but
you-
okay.
Did you hear
Hey, it
Moffat
makes
the
sense.
other day? Moffat the other day said himself that he thought the regeneration limit was bullshit.
Moffat
Yeah.
also loved that sandwich in the Radio Times food table there.
Hey
Yeah.
man,
being a
if it's
BBC
a good
employee.
sandwich, if it's a good enough sandwich.
Look,
So-
the thing is as well, if this is the case, now we have the roof doctor and she is there, we can now have adventures with her, with that bloke before Future of the Jadoon. So it's endless possibilities now.
You're never going to have that, just like you're never going to see 8 Doctors Adventures. They're not doing that.
It would be-
But Big Finish can pick that up and give her.
That's what I was
I
trying
guess.
to say to them, yeah.
But
It would be interesting if they left us on, like, could you imagine at the end of Series 13, like, Jodie's doctor just dies, dead, and we have Series 14 and 15 with the Ruth doctor in the past, and then the 60th, like, 3 years later, is where we pick up on what happened to Jodie, like, but we leave it for, like, 2 or 3 years before the 60th, and we just go off with some other doctor randomly and just don't
And
find
then-
out what
Blimey.
And then she wakes up in the shower and she's like, what are you doing here, Ruth?
I'm telling you right now,
Oh.
it's not going to, all this stuff you're thinking is not going to happen. There's
Well,
not going to
Aw,
be,
no shower.
here's the thing,
I
there's
know-
not going to be, there's not going to be a thing where there's all these doctors before. And
Is there at least a shower?
No.
Damn it.
No. Well, tonight, a lot of people have been theorizing now that she is the 29th incarnation Jodie is.
That's nice. Keep counting while you see different people on the table.
Yes.
Not happening.
I don't know. At the end of the day, the story's been told, whether you like it or not. At the end of the day.
I don't know what story you're talking about, but
The
I see a
genuine.
different story entirely.
Oh. Oh, snap! Said it at the same time.
The
I
only,
see
the,
a
only
different
way,
story entirely.
the only way to keep our lineage where Hartnell is the first is where somewhere in that timeline they split the Doctor into 2 different people.
Yeah.
Where
Or you
then
could
it
look at
becomes Hart-
Yeah, but it's simple. All you say is that William Hartnell Doctor is the first one that took the name Doctor, and all the ones before him didn't have that title.
Yeah,
but
but
Ruth calls herself the Doctor. Ruth
yeah,
does
we
call
said that
herself the
earlier.
Doctor.
Remember?
Oh yeah, true. Then she might.
After.
But then she is the
Yeah,
Doctor then.
maybe
Before him.
she's the one that.
Roots after.
Yeah,
Maybe
unless
she's
she's
the one-
like the one exception. Yeah.
Roots after, just like she's helping along, just like Captain Jack.
Well, what if she's the one that took the promise, but when this whole mind wipe thing happened, the first Doctor took it?
Yeah.
But
Nobody's
if the
before
Time
Ruth.
Lords, if the Time Lords don't allow the Doctor to escape Gallifrey, it could cause a massive paradox because at some point in the future, didn't the Doctor help find Gallifrey in the first place?
Yep.
So they needed the Doctor. So they could have actually just they could have put his TARDIS under lock, basically, and Clara's job could have been to say, you have to choose this TARDIS, meaning she was under the control of the Time Lords, them saying, make sure he picks his TARDIS on his way back out. He has to take it, because he has to
Yeah.
go on the adventures that will lead him back here to find Gallifrey in the first place.
Good point. Good point.
Brand, thought. So Ruth didn't have the Doctor's memories, right? Like when she was before she got to the lighthouse or whatever.
She didn't know
They-
a screwdriver or anything.
They
mean,
wiped her
no.
memory, didn't they?
I was
They
gonna
wiped her
say,
memory.
is the Doctor bisexual now or not?
What does that have to do with anything?
What? Oh,
Where did you get that from?
Because she's
I
kissing the
think-
dude.
He doesn't have any. First of all, David Tennant kissed the other lady, and he didn't know he was a doctor.
Listen, everybody.
That's what
kissed
I'm
Captain Jack.
asking. I don't know.
Let's look back at what Capaldi said, that Time Lords have looked beyond the gender barrier. There you go.
That doesn't explain anything. He's still kissing someone else that he shouldn't be kissing.
Everybody's
They
kissed
change the
Captain
rules
Jack.
every year.
I
With
haven't
all the
seen
stuff that
every
we've seen in the
single.
episode, you're concerned with the Doctor Ruth kissing a guy.
I randomly thought of it just now. You fuck.
I think
Demonetized.
I
This
want
is
to
your
see because
Joe cusses every other stream. It's always demonetized.
I just want to see how this with the Jadoon adds up to the Daleks because that's kind of weird.
Could we get a 13th Doctor and Captain Jack relationship, though? Come on.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Come on!
No, I'm still expecting.
So Philip, I
Jack's
guess
gonna go knock.
you were wrong about the special being in Easter Day.
I didn't say Easter. Connor said Easter.
Wow.
I said summer.
You said
I said
soon.
summer.
I guess
I
that's
said
not happening
summer.
either. I guess
It
that's
says
not
holiday.
happening either.
I
Well,
just
the
want to throw it.
special by BBC have announced to be
New Year's
likely
Day?
between Christmas Day and New Year's Day. They haven't confirmed which one yet.
It's going to be New Year's Day. I put
I mean,
money
New
on
Year's Day
it.
because Chibnall doesn't allow Christmas.
That's what I said. Is that they don't allow. He doesn't do Christmas.
He
so
bought
it's
them
gonna be
last
New
time.
I just want to throw it out there. I have nothing against bisexuals. I was just curious.
Oh,
Bi-curious? Are
I
you
was
bi-curious? Are you bi-curious?
oh my god! I didn't know why this was going.
All right, so Chris, how do you fix this?
How do I fix this?
There's nothing to
Yeah.
fix, baby.
Oh boy, how do I fix this?
Yeah.
You
Tell me
cancel the
your tell
fucking
me your
show. That's
no.
how you fix this.
Tell me your
Um,
Palpatine theory.
I thought.
Oh yeah, that Palpatine was actually an incarnation of the Doctor before he knew it. But yeah,
I
no.
would
See,
accept
far
him.
away is just far away from the doctors.
How do you fix this? I don't think you can. I think this is the story that they want to tell.
Status quo.
And if this is the story that they want to tell, then we all have to buckle up and accept that there were apparently doctors before the Doctor, because
Agreed. Well done, Chris. Agreed. Yes.
But
now
also,
hold on, wait. Now I say that, and because I think that's the way. Now how you accept that is totally up to you. Like, for example,
Okay,
I'm
fair
not
enough.
watching the show anymore. I that's how I accept it. Like, okay, this is a story you want to tell. I'm not interested, so I'm just not going to watch. I don't care. Other people might want to continue watching it. Other people might want to insert their own headcanon and say this is not the real story. But however you want to accept it
Joe.
is up to you. But my take on this is the story Chibnall wants to tell. I don't know who gave him the authority to make something this significant. I know he's the showrunner, but this, I mean, you know, this is going to tell. I mean, this is going to be something that future showrunners have to make sure that they keep in check, because you can't go back on this now unless it really is all a lie.
It is a lie because she's not allowed to say something like that. So it is.
So I don't know how, if the story about the BBC stepping in and saying you can't talk about the Doctor's mother to Russell T Davies, if that story is true, I don't understand how the BBC didn't look at this and go, eh. But then again, as I say that, this gives them their opportunity to shove in their forced diversity in there. So
It's not happening.
I've got it.
At the end of the day, you're gonna. I mean, maybe people are gonna get disappointed, but there's not gonna be anything before. I'm
Well,
sorry,
dude.
go ahead, Charlie.
I would say that I think the BBC said, listen, our ratings are dumping or they're being stagnant. Do something to push it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Try to,
boost
you know,
it. He's right.
wave your magic wand.
I don't
and do
think
something
Charlie
with
and I have ever talked either.
No.
This is not a dating site, Billy.
We may be talking about Captain Jack, but can people not act like Captain Jack in here?
Billy and Matt, there are members you've never seen before. There's been 1,772 casts. There's members that pop in here after years sometimes.
I
And it
know.
just
I'm aware
happens.
of your archive.
So you never
I'm
know
just
when it's
one
gonna
of
happen.
many incarnations.
That's right.
All right, so I've got it. That we're gonna continue the show with our Doctor going forward, and then there's gonna be a spin-off show that's all the old Doctors before Hartnell, and it's gonna be called Doctor Who: The High Republic.
Oh.
don't go there, Billy. Don't go there.
Illuminati or whatever.
The fact
Come
that
back,
she
Billy.
called herself
Come
the
back.
Doctor because her mother was being a doctor experimenting on her is a little ridiculous.
Hey, but listen though. You know, you remember how you know the show started, and then the Doctor, you know, was from Gallifrey. He's a Gallifreyan. He was a Time Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not anymore.
No,
Nope.
not even time. Not even Gallifreyan. Not even from this universe. From
See, that
another-
alone is enough to should be enough to make someone go, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
And nobody's like, why can't she find out who her parents are? Why can't she go to that universe? See everybody regenerating and shit.
Right.
She hasn't gone to Maury Povich yet, Joe.
Let's look at this as a
Oh,
whole.
the-
Let's look at this as a whole. Where we
Why
go
can't
next.
another universe just be like another Earth, another timeline, just another Gallifrey?
Hello, David Warner. Are you busy?
Why can't it be that way? Why does it have to be rules? Like, there's no, like, you know.
Because-
Dude,
on that,
what?
This is just simpler. This is simpler, Joe. You just want to make it so it fits your ideology. It
Oh
won't.
no, it doesn't have to fit my ideology.
they
It
aren't
does.
Joe
You just
has
don't
an
wanna-
agenda.
These are the doctors. These are not the unbound doctors. These are not the curse of fatal death doctors. These are definitively the doctors.
But
They're not definitively doctors until
Dude.
we finish seeing the storyline laid out for us.
What if the universe rift opens up the possibility of crossovers with other shows, and the TARDIS pops up like in
Crisis of the Infinite TARDISes.
the TARDIS pops up in like the woods, and then he comes out, and the Doctor sees like a dude standing there, and it's fucking Negan.
oh
And
yeah.
he's like,
I'm
well,
gonna
well,
fuck
well,
you in, Doctor.
be great.
Now,
At this point, they should just be like, hey, remember that episode with David Morrissey? Yeah, he was actually the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the
There is-
governor, though.
There is one thing in the episode that I'm kind of like, the people when that TARDIS house materialized in that suburb, what are people going to think? Seeing a complete new house just turned up
I
out of
told
nowhere.
you. There's multiple TARDISes.
Yes,
well, remember, Philip,
yes.
it's what the doctor always says. It's like a filter, so it just blends
Even
in.
still, if there's a filter, there shouldn't be nothing there. So people that walk past will walk straight into it and break their face.
You
Was
want to
that
know
tell
what
me that?
Because everybody in that suburb is actually the Doctor.
Right.
And they all subconsciously know what a TARDIS is. So they're like,
Because
yeah,
of
okay.
it. Because the truth is that he can regenerate indefinitely. So he's the whole population of the human race.
Was that just a TARDIS
Just Graham also.
like on Gallifrey?
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the TARDISes they left in. That's the one they all bunkered in on.
Okay.
And it's funny how there was although Gallifrey is all busted up, there's still working TARDISes on there.
Oh yeah, it's
Making
great.
sense to me.
That's great that they couldn't escape it yet. That's what I'm telling you. This is all bullshit.
You know
And
why?
Peter's
Because
salary.
the TARDISes can regenerate indefinitely.
That's true though.
Okay.
Perfect. Can fix
Does
itself.
anybody else
can't it?
miss Peter's
that's
salary?
fair enough.
I miss Peter's salary.
That's fair enough, because although he blew up the capital and all the surrounding towns, he didn't destroy the Eye of Harmony, so that's still in existence. That's still powered up and everything.
Yeah, because without the art, the TARDIS don't function as well as the Rift.
Mm.
It needs petrol to work.
Nobody cares about Peter's salary.
But what I was going to say too is, right, when we're going forward next, it's the Dalek special. And after that, it's the long gap now until Series 13, which Chibnall has stated he wanted the companion season where he gets returning companions. Do you
If
think
the-
that'll be true?
Joe does have a point though about the Dalek special. Where does it fall after the end of this story? Because it doesn't make sense that she's locked up, and yet we're going to have a Dalek story. How does she get out of that Sharda?
I
I'm
personally think it's going to be two different versions of a story. We'll see the Doctor in prison and the three on Earth fighting the Daleks.
So first of all, you're saying that the special involves Ruth helping out the companions against Daleks while she's in prison.
Well, that could be also a possibility that we haven't looked at. That Ruth's version could be in it with Jack, because he's not met a female Doctor. So we could assume that's the main one.
That's a good point.
Did you just send us celery?
Yeah, why did you say the salary?
Why did you send us celery?
I
Who's
miss
Peter?
Peter's salary.
Oh dear.
So,
Right. Peter Davison and his wonderful celery.
look, here's the thing. I could sleep at night because I'm totally convinced that I could be in denial.
You're in
Maybe.
denial.
Yeah, I've heard you.
I
pack
don't
your
think
bags to
so.
Egypt.
I don't think I'm in denial, but
Well,
there will
the
be many
river in
real
Egypt-
Whovians cast this week, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to be in denial and
No,
be
you can't
proven-
wait for me to be wrong.
Do you know, Philip? I
Yeah,
was just
exactly,
waiting
yeah.
Philip, I was waiting for an amazing comedy scene where you see the Cyber Lords like holding up their skirts, trying to run into that TARDIS. With the
Yeah,
last
I know. It looked like they were ready for Strictly Come Dancing the way they were dressed, man.
I just don't understand how all the times the Master messed with the Cybermen, they don't know who he is.
They do. They got the Siberian.
They really don't know who he is. They really don't.
In
Have you
I know the
regards-
last time they saw
They
the
really
master,
don't. Even
No,
with
the
that
last-
Suburlium thing, they didn't know who he was because they'd be like, "Yo, you're the one who messed with us."
No,
You
can
know,
I just say something that's been brought up this evening? Lots of people think this is pre-Missy because of the way Sasha Dewan acted tonight.
I
He's
think
not.
that-
He's not pre-missing.
I
No,
think
I'm
he is.
saying to you, it's because of the whole negative nature that he.
Yeah, I don't know
was
where
going
that's
through.
coming from. This whole hatred thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
I
odd.
have somebody else here with me. Sir, I would like to know your opinion on Joe's sliver of hope that he has. Yeah, what do you think, Dr. Phil?
Bullshit.
Oh, is the universe going to implode because we have two Dr. Phils in here?
I'm interested in seeing my other incarnation's opinions of this episode.
Oh no, Joey Jupiter.
What?
That's what
Oh,
I'm
God.
interested in seeing.
Oh,
No.
I don't know. I want to see Sky Havoc's opinion or Joey Jupiter, or maybe there'll be some Matrix Lord you've never seen.
Here's
Yeah,
the
I keep saying my
Oh.
money is on this female version of you.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that one with the bras that keeps falling off. But yeah.
Here's
Guys
a spoiler
are
for you,
sick.
everybody. They're all gonna have the same opinion. They're all gonna say
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I
the
have to
female
get on
one.
one of these casts with Sky Havoc. I need to have a talk with that guy.
I
The
know.
female
Have
ver-
you
the
ever?
fem-
No.
No,
No.
the female-
None of them,
the
right?
Female,
no.
No.
Joe's female version would have a high-pitched voice and a Missy style dress, and like, I was right about the Valyard.
Who is this Chris that has opinions about Godzilla?
There's other ones you haven't seen. That would be interesting.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
yeah. In the words of Colin Baker, even more of me.
Wow. All right. So that's going to be it for this
Ratings. Nobody
Real
did the
movie.
ratings apart from you.
ratings.
What do you mean that's gonna be?
I give a
we
rating.
got-
Oh,
we
I'm
got-
sorry, Philip. What'd you rate it?
We got
I
8
rated
minutes.
it. I rated it today a 9.5 for me. 'cause
I
thought
give it a
was
9. You give it a 9.5. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie.
8.5.
Okay. Billy.
8.5.
Ooh.
Matthew.
Attaboy, Billy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is complete 10 out of 10 because I watched the full story today of the 2 previous parts, so I wanted to get it all in one.
Chris
The
gave it
companions
negative
need to do
1,
for
right,
me,
Chris?
So.
Actually, I'm gonna change my rating. It's gonna be numbers that you've never heard of before,
Oh,
and the reason you've never heard of them before is because I erased them from the Matrix.
Right.
So
All right, let's
that's
hear 'em.
my rating.
Okay. So your rating is good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And don't you feel better knowing that the numbers don't start with 0?
That's right.
Ooh. Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
So we're going to be left all the way till January 1st.
We don't know
which
that.
is- well, or December or something,
Yeah.
without really knowing what's happening.
Halloween.
You think so?
By Halloween?
that'd be
By
cool.
October? Yeah.
I don't think they're going to have this.
No, I think they're going. I think they're going for the new year again. I think they're
Yeah,
going.
I think that's too long.
But you know what though? It's a reason. I was talking to Philip before,
Yeah.
and I said, "Will they really?" I said this to him. I said, "Will they really show the trailer? Because that's a long time to show a trailer." And you said, "Not necessarily, right?" I said something about they've never really shown a trailer, and then like not 10 months later, there it is. So I had reservations about that. I talked to Philip about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we've got
That
last
last
bit of
minute
Paul.
They
Do
pulled
we
it.
know
Right?
if they're going to do San Diego this year now, knowing the Dalek specials out this year?
Well.
You think Joe has an incarnation that has as good as facial hair as Scott?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work out what is next.
Why
because
is
with
that
the-
more important than Doctor Who right now?
Because
Talking
it
about
is.
that.
Because it is.
Yeah, because why do we also have Children in Need this year for the little clip? Again?
That's a long. First of all, that's a long way off. I mean, Children in Need is probably gonna have to do with Daleks. They're gonna have something with Daleks.
So
No,
if
we're
they
just trying
do,
to get
I mean,
jobs.
if they show the clip that Children need you, then it will have to be somewhere between Christmas and New Year's Day.
No, because they did it on the anniversary of Doctor Who, and then it didn't happen to January 1st.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
though,
that's what
basically.
they was the same thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Really?
making sure that's all where we're going next. Waiting for the revolution.
Is there anything else that is good news that Chris? Could we do an everything show, or
I was about to
Oh,
ask, are
boy.
we gonna do an everything
Can we
show
do
or
an
another
everything
cast?
show?
could we get out of this? funk
Oh, I'm
and just
excited now. Woo!
Bro,
grow?
I got news.
All right,
All
let me
right,
go.
don't say anything. Don't say anything. Next cast.
We're going right now.
All right,
I'm
let's
gonna
do it.
create a new link. Here we go.
Oh shit! Here we
Take
go.
care. Bye for now.
Bye for now.